Cyberpunk 2077 is finally out and available, and boy, what a mess it is on last-gen consoles. The game is littered with bugs, and several players are also reporting crashes and freezes. Overall, the experience on last-gen consoles has been nothing but disappointing. A lot has been said about how Cyberpunk 2077 performs on last-gen consoles, but the story is a tad different on current-gen consoles, especially the Xbox Series X. It's interesting to note that despite not being fully optimized yet for the PS5 and Xbox Series X, performance for the most part is pretty much solid on these new machines. However, these are still last-gen versions of the game running on new consoles via backwards compatibility. The actual PS5 and Xbox Series X versions will come sometime next year, but for now, how does the game perform on new hardware? Before we proceed ahead, we want to let you know that we analyze the game's performance by taking some sample scenes from the game and running it through TR-Drop, an open source software. Note that this tool gives us a mere demonstration of the game's performance, because an exact one-to-one representation of performance can only be provided by the developers themselves, since they have access to a vast array of tools and profilers. With that out of the way, let's check what's really happening here. So, right off the bat, the Xbox Series X version supports two graphical modes. One mode prioritizes better frame rate performance, and the other better visual fidelity and resolution. However, at the time of analyzing the game on the PlayStation 5, this feature is completely lacking on Sony's console. So basically, we're stuck with the standard 60 frames per second upgrade on the PlayStation 5, and according to the tool we used, it's an almost locked 60 frames per second experience. On the Xbox Series X front, things are a bit interesting. The performance mode targets 60 frames per second and sticks to that at times. However, during some of the driving sequences in the city, the game drops a lot of frames. This doesn't really happen on the PlayStation 5 though. Why this is happening, especially on the Series X, is anybody's guess. On paper, the Xbox Series X is a more technically efficient machine, so it should ideally keep its pace up with the PS5. But this isn't the case here. The better resolution mode offers a locked 30 frames per second with improved image quality, and we didn't witness any drops in this mode. We should also add that we came across bugs, freezes and crashes during our testing. On more than one occasion, we had to load the checkpoint since the game won't allow us to progress. All of this happened in the game's prologue, and who knows what happens after that. We absolutely understand the underwhelming experience this game offers on last-gen consoles, and it shouldn't have released in this manner. Although, the experience on the PC is totally different, and we didn't experience any major issues. Well, that's about it then. We'll leave you with more tests and comparisons showcasing various gameplay aspects. Let us know what game you want us to test next. Thanks for watching. And that wraps it up. If you like what we're doing, please consider subscribing to our channel. We upload new videos daily, so make sure you don't miss them by subscribing. We appreciate your support, and we thank you for checking us out.